So tomorrow we have the Ohio and the Texas primaries, which is really important for both Obama and Hillary Clinton. It sort of decides, or could decide, who's going to be running against John McCain. So last night I was in Stikham, and I was in Yokeup's room, and there were a bunch of people in there. So the subject of politics came up, and then Jezuzfreak showed up, and we had a relatively good discussion on politics, which is something I would really like to talk about. So once the religious stuff started dying down and they started talking politics, I chimed in with my 10 cents worth. But this is really scary. Listen, I'm ready to de-immigrate back to Europe at this point. Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life form on this planet. And listen, I'm not claiming to be super intelligent, but I don't have dogma determining who I vote for in a presidential election. I freely admitted that until, like Emendum says, we get instant runoff voting, that we really have a choice between a pig and a pig with some lipstick on it. There's not a whole lot of difference, but there are some differences. Basically, I think that, the Democrats aren't going to solve all our problems, but certainly they may get us out of a few problems that these last 8 years have caused us. Runaway deficit. We're on the verge of recession, which I really feel sorry for. If it is a Democrat that gets in office, he'll only go 4 years, because the major recession we're going to be heading into, they're going to blame it on the Democrat, obviously. But let me just get to what really irked me last night. And I directly asked Yokeup, because he was saying, oh, I want Hillary or Obama to get in, so that once they mess everything up over the next 4 years, which is already set up for them to fail. It's not really going to be their fault, but it's already been set up that whoever gets in, it's going to be a tough 4 years. It'll be a tough 4 years. So he says, so they will really mess things up, and then we'll get a Republican Congress back in and a Republican president. So I directly asked him, I threw a question. After these last 8 years of what we've been through, how can you blindly still pull for the Republicans? And basically he told me, well, because they line up with my views. They're more closely allied with my Christian views. And so I exploded. I mean, I didn't yell or anything, but inside I was exploding. I said, so the evangelicals got Bush elected off of anti-abortion and no gay marriage amendment, which he's had 8 years, and neither of those, anti-abortion is still legal, and gay marriage has not been amended to the Constitution to be illegal. So he had 8 years to do that, and he did neither of those. So how is he lining up with your views again? I just don't understand people. I just don't understand. It just really irks me that people actually think the Republicans, especially people who are really religious, believe the Republicans somehow line up with their points of view. That's just a smokescreen they're throwing out there. And then so Jezuzfreak came on there. And this is what really ticks me off. We live in a world where you have tons of information. You have tons of tools to research things. And yet people believe what they get in their email boxes more than they research. And this is part of the horrible culture we have here, that we just accept what people tell us. We accept what Rush Limbaugh tells us. We accept what Hannity tells us, Sean Hannity. But we don't do any research. We don't go and find things out for ourselves. So what he said that really bothers me, because basically what he said was, well, if Obama wins, well then, he can't vote for either of those two candidates on the Democrat side. But if Obama wins, he certainly can't. And well, why was that? Well, because did you see how he dressed up in the Muslim get up, or the Muslim was assumed to be Muslim clothes, which there plenty of people there to say that wasn't Muslim clothes, that wasn't custom there, that was African clothes. But whatever, these rumors out here that just won't die, and nobody wants to look these things up for themselves. So if anybody's watching this video that may be a little bit weary of voting for, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but if you're thinking about voting for Obama, but yet you think maybe he's Muslim, which I don't know why that makes a difference, but maybe he's Muslim, or he, let's just get rid of some of these rumors. He's not Muslim. His dad, who he hasn't lived with, his dad left I think when he was 2. His dad may have been Muslim. He's not. He's a Christian. He didn't swear on a Quran when he got into Congress. So let's just get rid of those two things. Okay, right there. It's just really ridiculous. And so Jezuzfreak said people were gonna, let's go train, let's go. Okay, yeah, you gonna hit it again before I speak? Okay. So Jezuzfreak basically didn't do any research. Yokeup's going with the Republicans because somehow he thinks they go with his views. And I sat there and said, you mean to tell me these last 8 years have been great for everybody? It's been great for you? You're better off now with your dollar not buying as much bread as it did 8 years ago? You're better off now? I mean, I just don't understand it. And it really, when it comes to politics, I think politics is one thing that really lights my fuse, because my mom is evangelica, and it used to just, I was going to have a stroke with my blood pressure just skyrocketing when I would hear, some of the stuff that went around, when I was invited to go to her service, and it was just sickening. So yeah, this bothers me. People, Barack Obama's not Muslim. He didn't swear on a Quran. This is the same problem after 9/11. People read things on the internet and took them without any what word am I looking for? Without any investigation, they just took it on blind faith. Oh, it must be true. 9/11. It was done by the CIA, and suddenly that thing sprouted or grew wings or whatever you want to say and took off, where now we have so many conspiracy theorists out there that 9/11 was all an inside job. Same thing with this Barack Obama thing. You get these, I get them from these idiots, these neocons. I get these emails, ooh, Barack Obama's a Muslim and he swore on the Quran, and or how about the one with Ali North, what Ali North supposedly said something in 1987 about Osama bin Laden. And none of this crap you can look it up. You can go to snoops.com and look up all these urban legends. None of this crap ever happened. So, I guess that's my rant on politics. Vote for the person that you think is going to direct this. Don't vote on religious lines, because that's what they're going to tell you to get in. And then they're going to just do what Bush did. So, you vote, yeah, I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for, but, there's a lot more important issues out there than, well, I can't tell you what's important to you. Anyway, let me cut this out because we are running out of time. But do vote. Whether it's going to really make a difference, we'll see. But please vote. We need votes. We need people to vote in this country and not just sit there and act like everything's going all right, because it's not. It is not going all right. Believe me. I am not spending any, all the money I spend is necessity now. I don't have the extra money to do much of anything else. So things are not going all right. All right, peace.